It's week 5 of the 2042 season. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. Great game in store for y'all. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row. On
the other side of the field for our visitors here, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now a screen set up for Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. When you look at this defense, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they've played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Out to his left. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Off the RPO, he completes it. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 2nd down at 6 now from the 42. They'll send a receiver in motion left. 2nd and 6. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. Now back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
He finds his man, complete. It's Rose. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They'll look to throw again. He'll get it inside the 20, and he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short. They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. They'll make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback, maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Now, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Able to get away. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. When you look at this defense, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. They're going to look to throw. Throw out wide is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. As they've got it as we resume action. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. We sort of suspected that the elements might wreak havoc on both of these offenses, and that's been the case. No points on either side as this drive begins with a 1st down. And the tight end goes in motion left. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Now 3rd down and very long. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That'll give them 8 that time, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. And a fair catch is taken here, a step or two inside the 45-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 35.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him, and he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. In motion goes the tight end. Back to throw now on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
They'll drop to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Back to throw. Flush to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He'll wind up losing 10 there, a full 10 yards, so that one hurts. And it brings up 3rd and goal.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. And his kick is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Now a first carry here for their running back. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. And this offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. And they'll send the tight end in motion.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
So they bring out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Back to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the 2nd quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a 2nd one.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And a throw right side here, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
And now at this point in the first half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you fit it.
And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys have taken the lead. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open. He has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. This offense back to work now late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
He's got room at the 30.
And down to the 7-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are going to retake the lead.
He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 10-7. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And on now is the punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. The offense back out there at the line ready for their next drive. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. He'll drop to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break.
To see more of the same after the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air. And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
2nd and 2. Finding room at midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now a play fake here on first down.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. He'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8.
A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. This from 25 yards out. And this one is right through. And that will knot us up at 10. So they come away from this opening drive in the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
2nd down and 3.
He'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
Holding offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
Back to throw again.
Out to the flat here for Johnson.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up second down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different colored jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They go play action here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
They'll look to throw again.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Eluding the pressure, and he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. And they'll send out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
They'll look to throw here. And that will be incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And he fires one incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
In motion, the tight end. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
2nd and 10.
They'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1.
That is caught.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Back to throw now on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. That's Rose. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
They'll look to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Touchdown! From 6 yards away. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And now this offense comes back out onto the field, and they have had their problems moving the ball through the air. As we take you through some of the action from earlier, this secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be second down.
At the 30-yard line.
Back to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 16 yards, a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. He'll drop to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
It's second and inches at the 29-yard line.
Back to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A great play there. 29 yards. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth quarter touchdown here, and we're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now this offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And from the 34, here's second and 4.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Second down, 8 yards to go.
Looking to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Not good. They didn't move the football an inch, and precious time ticking off the clock. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now on fourth down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Here's 2nd down and 3. They'll set up a throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They bring their punter out there now as he's on here to punt it away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 2nd and 6 coming up. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. On 3rd down, they'll try and pick it up with a counter. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines. But then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them inbounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
Over the middle, it's complete. And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now 3rd down as the clock runs. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this is incomplete, but a flag back at the line of scrimmage. And this could be a 1st down. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiple. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Can't get away, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
The conditions only going to get worse as we get back to football here to start this overtime. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
He'll look to throw. Pass incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
And he'll get this to the 32.
This being their 2nd opportunity in overtime, 3rd overall drive. See if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical situation, now's their time.
3rd down and 8 yards to go.
Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Our visitors getting set to take over on offense. Well, this is a pretty rare situation here, Charles. You get into overtime, neither team coming through with even a field goal on their first drive. So now, sudden death with the time remaining. Next score wins.
And now I would say that going at it might be a little bit easier for both teams now because they've eased into overtime. That first series, boy, everything on the line then. Now you've seen what a defense is thrown at you. You can make some adjustments, and all you need is 3 points to win it.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. His throw incomplete.
And partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So they bring out their punter. On for a very important punt here in overtime.
Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So here is the home side to take over on offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
He's got his target. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 21 yards there on third down.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Here's 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tie. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And on now is the punter as he's on to kick it away. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very often. A bonus period of football, yet both teams go home a little bit unsatisfied.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams,